7DS, Demigod, talking too much.
Someone needs to put hands on that fool. He's doing too much, he's doing too much. Someone needs to teach that fool. He's doing too much, he's doing too much. Someone needs to play that fool. Like the music instruments did it. Someone needs to touch and tell him to shut the fuck up. Up and down, you clowns be talking. Move, walking, back to front. Everybody outside take you for cunt. Cause you're always calling, putting up different fronts. Acting like you were part of the government. Yeah, I discovered the truth about you. Talking all this shit, you stupid ass fool. Setting up people around the damn pool. Yeah, we all thought you was a little bit cool. Come around sitting on stools. Back for the drugs. Giving it out to the thugs like you was like, what's up? Come to stay round here, want to play. Get down with the fool who play. Too late, yeah, you gon' get down with it. We made sure that you was a part of the clique. Oh shit, the things started to go wrong. I'm like, what happened to Donkey Kong? That's my nigga there. He got locked up, shot straight off the road. Yo, real fast, he explode. We was like, damn, what you know? Everything's looking all set, awful. What's going on? I see the danger, where it begun. This stranger guy come to us, acting us for a blind. Hang with us, next thing you know, certain man are going straight to the pen. What's going on again and again? Information being leaking. People coming around there speaking. We have to give them a teaching, straight up beating through the weekend. Yeah, you talking too much, calm yourself down. You talking too much, why you come around? You talking too much, you talking too much. Who the fuck you is? You playing on fool. Yeah, take him round the back, make sure he don't do this shit again. Lay that shit to rest. Yeah. I was surely blessed with the troop around me, the family around me. We roots up proudly, we drive those Audis up and down with families. Yeah, and we do it so proudly. No mistakes ever made until we make a new man come on the stage. Acting like, yeah, he's got a new slave. Next thing, my boys done get tased. Locked up, gone missing for days. Man, we gotta change these ways. New faces is a different page. I'ma make sure these boys stay enslaved. They ain't gone to join the clique like that. Fuck that, I'ma tell them to move on back. I can see how these boys walk around and react. Talk whack. Reminds me of the shit on the YouTube streets. They be talking. You can't be doing this shit on the damn streets. Beating. Yeah. Time to change it up, though. It's time to change it up, though.
Okay, so boom. I wasn't even going to come live. I just thought I'd come live and do it this way, just in case it's a long-ass video. But I need to play something first so people get an understanding of where I'm going with this content. Now, I think the whole thing was rigged. I think it was set up, you know what I'm saying, via Jake Paul and that. So I'm gonna play a little clip of something, then I'm gonna give you a bit of detail. All right.
I'm doing a little spinneroo.
Hold on.
Download the Admiral app now and feel the flutter. This is Admiral Casino.
Get 100 free spins with your first £10 deposit. All winnings are paid in cash.
Had all night. Eddie's base. I wish I could have knocked him out at the start, but as we saw, I didn't want to put him down early.
So I'm just gonna play some things right now. Just listen to what's said. Listen to this shit.
You know, I was handcuffed. I don't want to say anything that I will be regretting in the future. But all I can say now is the first 20 seconds was enough for me to end Jake Paul.
I don't know if enough has been made of the fact that, I mean, it was absolutely devastating. But the fact that he had awareness immediately to go like he looked at it, he was like, oh, shit. Like, wow. It wasn't like,
I think he went into that fight knowing that was probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the big win for him would be that he was even willing to do it and that he could do well for a little bit. Yeah. And then eventually just deal with the fact that Anthony Joshua is going to connect with a bomb and breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah.
Jake has spirit. He has some heart.
So basically, what he's saying is, Jake, when in the fight, Anthony Joshua was supposed to stick to the contract. And I'm going to explain more about the contracts, because if you paid attention to Tyson's fight, right, there was a contract for that, right? The contract was it's supposed to go all the way to the end, and then Jake has to win. You understand? For Tyson to be paid out his full how many millions or whatever it was. Do you understand? Same kind of deal, because Jake is the prize. Do you understand? So there was definitely a contract made. You understand? And Antony Joshua had a choice. He either sticks to the contract, but then lose love from everybody, fans, people in the UK, everything, the boxing industry, or he can just knock the man out like everybody wants it to knock him out and take the money and go about his business. And that's exactly what he done. But listen, check this out.
He tried his best, and I take my hat off to him because, number one, a lot of fighters haven't got in the ring with me, and Jake did. And secondly, even when he got knocked down, he kept on trying to get up, and I take my hat off to him.
When you really sit back and look at this fight, it doesn't feel normal. And that's where the conspiracy brain starts warming up.
Are you telling me that Netflix probably emphasized, listen, guys, keep this as long as you can?
Yeah. So the bottom line is you take nothing from this. It was an entertainment product designed to get Netflix.
But last week you said it wasn't scripted.
I think that ultimately Anthony Joshua's approach to it was what I said. What I said was...
Right. So you understand what he just said there? Yeah, Anthony Joshua's approach to it was contracted, scripted, but he changed his mind because he would have had to deal with all the fans, the boxing industry, everybody. He would have to retire, go into hiding. Everybody would disrespect the shit out of Anthony Joshua. This is a fact. But he broke the cause and knocked him the fuck out.
I'm saying that Netflix's modus operandi is to operate with this kind of principle, which is stretch the entertainment. Anthony Joshua goes in there. I've framed the question to these boys that have been in the ring. Could he go in there on an under-aroused mindset because he knows what he's dealing with? No. He goes in as a killer. He went in there with a mindset, knowing what he was dealing with, and took his time and had no reason to do anything other than get him out of there when he felt like it.
You notice the little stuff first, like that tongue out thing Jake did in the Tyson fight. Then he does it again here. And suddenly people are like, hold on, is this a signature move or a cue card? That's where the rumors kick in that maybe Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua was supposed to follow a script.
People will criticize you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because, like, we're elite fighters. Like, so I put myself in the shoes of a coach. If I was coaching Anthony Joshua and he went 6 rounds with Jake Paul, I would get him back in the gym tomorrow, give him a bit of a beating, and we're getting straight back to work because I'll be like, how are you letting this kid take you 6 rounds? Are you crazy? But I can't go back in time.
And look, I get it. Netflix doesn't do short stories. They do seasons, slow burn, episode arcs, cliffhangers, dramatic pauses. Are you still watching energy? The theory is Netflix wanted rounds, tension, dialogue, and gloves, not a one-scene knockout.
He slipped out the ring with the corner men, slipped out the ring and he thought, wow, this is for real. And even a little jab that just gently missed it. You could see him thinking, what is this about? So it was a case of survival. And to me, I didn't want Anthony Joshua.
No, it's a case of scripted. Why would Jake Paul be thinking that in the ring? Think about he's fighting, so we shouldn't be shocked thinking, whoa, what is this about? He's thinking in his mind, whoa, Joshua's going off stripped. These punches are hurting. These punches are hurting. That's exactly what happened.
You've got to make this kid have a reality check. And that's what he actually did, because Jake Paul himself said, I was shattered. You know, this guy, everything I thought I could do, I couldn't do. Boxing looks so easy on the TV.
We're BetMGM Casino.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me fill in some gaps. Let me tell you why I know this was rigged. I want people in the UK and America that know. You know the royal family. Cast your minds back to Diana. Remember Princess Diana? Do you remember her death? Going in the tunnel in a car and not coming at the other end? Do you remember her death? Ladies and gentlemen, so please, do not put this... Listen, when stuff it don't make sense, it don't make sense. This is Antony Joshua's hometown where his mom lives. The same ride, they go all the time, the same road they take to go to the airport or wherever they're going. When he leaves his mom's house, he goes to the airport to come back to the UK. All of a sudden, the car crashes, 2 people die. One person's head comes off their body. The other person's just mutilated, whatever the word is. Do you understand? Like, it don't make sense. Listen, there's so much to unpack. There's too much to unpack. Oh, and we haven't even talked about the money structure. People are thinking, why would this happen? Look how much money was dealt and lost in this game because of what Joshua did. Do you understand? And the powers that be, just like they did with Diana, got involved. Right, please, people, work with me. Don't go to
BetMGM Casino,
Hold on,
the UK's only online casino with real Vegas roots, with all your favorite.
Boxing looks so easy on the TV. Boxing looks so, matter of fact, no big deal, until you get punched, and then reality kicks in. And Jake Paul, he has done a brilliant job of promoting himself.
And maybe that worked before, because if we're being honest, Tyson felt like he followed the plan. Joshua, different guy, different mindset. AJ doesn't stream, he doesn't binge. He clocks in, does the job, and clocks out.
Right.
So if there was a script, Joshua read it once, nodded politely, and then threw it in the bin.
Right.
Because the moment AJ decided to stop pacing and start punching, the whole production got canceled. No season finale, no dramatic build, just a hard right hand and the pretty boy's jaw taking an unscheduled vacation south.
All right, so we're here at the after party. I have to be honest, the vibes are...
I should play to y'all all the things that was going on before the fight happened and how the critics was getting at Joshua. Like, everyone was saying, Joshua, we're hearing that it's rigged and you're going to throw the fight. And Joshua was just getting mad every time. Look, I ain't throwing no fight. I'm going in that ring and I'm going to destroy. And you could tell that this was getting to him. You have to look this up. You can simply look this up. You can tell it was getting to Joshua, how everybody thinks that he's going to just throw the fight, like, so, just for the money. And you could tell it was getting to him. That's why he went in there and broke his jaw the way he did in every place. His jaw is absolutely fucked, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, look it up. Both sides smashed in. You want to see the X-ray? It caves in. It comes like a pyramid terate. It goes triangle from both sides. It meets in kind of thing. Snap the jaw completely. Brain damage. He won't be able to fight again, Jake. He's done. He's done. If he risks fighting again, he could end up dead because of the brain damage that he's got. Look it up. This is where the powers that be stepped in. This is what I'm trying to show y'all. I should have come prepared with all these things. I could have showed y'all. I wish I did. I wish I come prepared with these little things, man. And I could have showed y'all. Let's go.
The vibes are way more chill than I thought. He's doing great. How are you feeling? Never been better. Yeah, he's absolutely crushing it. Bring out the vodka. Yeah, we're doing great in here. Light, a double break in his lower jaw. Oh, your jaw. Here, look. Science. So science is right there and there. The way I see it, you'll be back in a couple weeks. Get ready for Canelo. Oh, Canelo.
Don't do that.
Yeah, so Canelo.
Why are you sucking through a straw? Don't say things like that. Don't do that. You can see that you're upset. That's like saying to someone, knowing that they're going to die, you'll be back up on your feet in a couple of weeks, and you know that there won't be. Don't lie to your brother like that. Don't lie to your brother like that. Do you understand? You could tell by the look in your face that you was lying.
funniest part of all this, because if this was meant to be scripted, boxing didn't get the memo. Heavyweights don't do rehearsals.
What do you mean boxing didn't get the memo? When Netflix was involved, we got the memo. Same thing with Mike Tyson, scripted, and it came exposed after the fight that it was scripted. Same deal with this. It's Netflix. Okay. People ain't stupid, and that's why everyone got on his back.
The other guy brought physics, and Netflix learned the same lesson the rest of us did. You can plan the episode, but once the bell rings, the sport writes its own ending.
Right.
Jake Paul got knocked out by Antony Joshua this past Friday night. So I want to break this down from a medical perspective. I'm a neurosurgeon with over 25 years of experience. And so, you know, what happens is when you get hit in the head with that kind of force, like in boxing, our brain actually moves inside our skull, and it can bump into the skull, which is a firm structure, and it can cause bruising of the brain, even bleeding, but it causes repeated trauma to the brain. And over years and years of this happening, people can get what's called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE syndrome. And it's almost like a disease, because with repeated trauma to the brain, and that can lead to memory problems, mood swings, even trouble with movements. And eventually people can develop dementia, like Alzheimer's disease and even Parkinson's disease.
Got another advert.
Wait a second. Yeah, focus.
Alzheimer's disease and even Parkinson's disease.
And right after all that script talk, tongue theories, and Netflix season speculation, Eddie Hearn walks in like the guy who actually read the contract and brought a stopwatch. I'm listening to him and thinking, yeah, this is the most grounded energy we've had all night. Eddie's basically saying, look, everyone calm down. AJ wasn't chasing a highlight reel. He was doing grown man boxing. He admits straight up, sure, we thought Joshua might get him out quicker. But those extra rounds weren't some grand conspiracy. They were experience minutes, and AJ took them without pain.
Experience minutes. What was in the contract for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? What was in the contract? You have to go all the way to the last round. That was in their contract. And Tyson wasn't allowed to knock him out. That was in the contract for Tyson to get all the money. Otherwise, he would have got less than half or less than quarter. That was in the contract.
Desperate to get him out of there. He was just like, okay, this is how it's going to be. I'll just cut him off eventually. I'll beat him up and I'll break him down. What he said he would do is he would break him down and he would, well, finish him in boxing. And he's probably done both of those. I mean, definitely did the first part.
Yeah.
But the injury is a shocker, and it's not one that you can necessarily bounce back from. Like, I know that at the moment it's like, yeah, but especially when you're not, well, you got lots of other stuff in your life as well, you know. So, but I think Jake Paul deserves a huge amount of respect because he did it in the first place, and he landed some shots.
And I actually like how honest he is about Jake, because he's not praising him for clicks. He's just being fair. Jake moved. Jake survived. Jake landed a couple of from the heavens right hands, and AJ ate them like it was a warm-up set. When Eddie laughs off the Jake wobbled AJ claim, that's promoter sarcasm at its finest. Like, yeah, maybe AJ blinked, maybe he adjusted his mouthpiece, but wobble? Relax. What really lands here is Eddie saying, what did you expect Jake to do? Stand still and volunteer for the highlight. This wasn't bravery versus cowardice. This was survival versus physics.
I'm sure if they won rounds, MVP would have gone.
It's going a bit off board now. I think I'm done.
I don't believe he won.
So let me go back to what I was saying before. The whole rigged car crash thing. Everybody's heard two different versions of it so far. A lot of people are saying, you know, rest in peace and stuff, you know, just accepted it. And a lot of people are not accepting it. They're saying there's something suspicious about it. And yes, there is. Yes, there is something suspicious about it. And you got to take in what we know so far. We got to take in the tricks that they play. You know, and one of those tricks, as we all know, is death and making it seem like it was just a simple car crash. A parked car. They haven't even said, you notice that they haven't turned around and said how fast it was going, but everybody's assuming that they were driving fast, showing up in front of AJ. Everybody's assuming this, you know. Everybody's assuming that AJ gave the command to drive fast. That's what there's just assuming it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's great. I mean, it's possibility, I guess, but can you see AJ the type of person to be razzing around in cars? You've never seen a video of him do that. You've never seen a video of him saying, I love cars and driving different cars and all this stuff. You've never seen that, like going fast in cars. You've never seen him in them kind of videos. So I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, do not look past what's basically in your face. Do you understand? A lot of money was involved with this. You know what I'm trying to say? AJ broke the contract because he was supposed to lose the fight. That's how it's supposed to go, you know. That's how it's supposed to go. What's his name? Jake Paul's supposed to be the champion because it's his show. It's his Netflix. It's his show. Do you understand? And yeah, but all the backlash that AJ was getting before the fight, I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, when you got time, go and look it up. It's all on YouTube, and you see the interviews and what people were saying about it and stuff like that. All that stuff was eating at him. Everyone was looking at him like he's just going to throw the fight. And can you imagine that would do to your head, where everyone's doubting you and shit? It's going to make you go mad and want to go in that ring and want to kill somebody. So AJ knew he was going to win that fight, because if he didn't, he would lose all respect from everybody and their mother and their grandmother. That's a fact. Everybody, you understand? Everybody, he'd lose business chains and everything. It would crumble for him. He would. He'd have to walk away with them couple of, well, probably about 100 million or whatever it is. You know what I'm trying to say? And yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy to explain, but it's the truth, yo, people. It's the truth, yo, people. So, yeah, I think it was definitely rigged. Let me play you something at the beginning.
I wish I could have knocked him out at the start.
There's
But
something I want you to
as
hear.
we saw, I didn't want to put him down early. You all know I was handcuffed. I don't want to say anything that I will be regretting in the future. But all I can say now is the first 20 seconds was enough for me to end Jake Paul.
Enough has been made of the fact that, I mean, it was absolutely devastating. But the fact that he had awareness immediately to go like he looked at the he was like, oh shit. Like, wow.
It wasn't like,
yeah.
I think he went into that fight knowing that was probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the big win for him would be that he was even willing to do it and that he could do well for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, but that's the downside. You see, if he would have lost the fight, that's what he would have said. He would have said, yeah, well, at least I went up against a heavyweight boxer that's won, blah, blah, blah. He would have said that shit, you know, and tried to earn a crown that way, you know. But otherwise, he's supposed to take the fight. He ain't going to go through all that to lose the fight. Obviously, come on, people.
eventually just deal with the fact that Antony Joshua is going to connect with a bomb.
Yeah.
And breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah.
Jake has spirit. He has some heart. He tried his best, and I take my hat off to him because, number one, a lot of fighters haven't got in the ring with me, and Jake did. And secondly, even when he got knocked down, he kept on trying to get up, and I take my hat off to him.
When you really sit back and look at this fight, it doesn't feel normal. And that's where the conspiracy brain starts warming up.
Are you telling me that Netflix probably emphasized, listen, guys, keep this as long as you can?
Yeah. So the bottom line is you take nothing from this. It was an entertainment product designed to get Netflix.
But last week you said it wasn't scripted.
I think that ultimately Antony Joshua's approach to it was what I said. What I said was, no, you're
entertainment product. You see, Jake Paul is an entertainment boxer. He's not the real deal. Everybody's been praying for his downfall for a long time. Do you understand? And now it's came. But it's came in a way that shocked the system, where payback is needed. That's why they sent the wolves for him.
As Netflix passed on a message.
I'm saying that Netflix's modus operandi is to operate with this kind of principle, which is stretch the entertainment. Antony Joshua goes in there. I've framed the question to these boys that have been in the ring. Could he go in there on an under-aroused mindset because he knows what he's dealing with? No. He goes in as a killer. He went in there with a mindset, knowing what he was dealing with, and took his time and had no reason to do anything other than get him out of there when he felt like it.
You notice the little stuff first, like that tongue out thing Jake did in the Tyson fight. Then he does it again here. And suddenly people are like, hold on, is this a signature move or a cue card? That's where the rumors kick in that maybe Jake Paul versus Antony Joshua was supposed to follow a script.
Facts. You see, people clicked on, he done the same motion to Mike Tyson, Mike Tyson like kind of like started slowing down and all that shit. Same thing, put out his tongue and shit, tried to act crazy shit. Done that to but he done that with Tingy with AJ because he wanted AJ to calm down. He's like, yo, AJ, you're doing too much. Stick out his tongue and shit. AJ didn't listen, and that's why you see that frightening look in his face when he's up against the ropes. That frightening look, he said to himself, oh shit, this is it, I'm dead. Bang, broken jaw, knocked out on the floor. That's when he didn't get up. That's why you see that footage. He knew to himself at that moment, this nigga is not following the script. This nigga is not following the script. But anyway, boom, because I'm not even supposed to be talking about that. I was hoping that this information was going to give me more knowledge into the other side of things. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, because I did see a video where they were explaining about basically the powers that be and, you know, like why people think this, that, and the other. I did see a few of them videos like yesterday and shit. You get me? But I didn't get them ready for now. I wish I did though. But these videos are out there. Y'all could go and find these videos. You understand? Some people are just going to look at this story and take it for what it is. Not me. Not if it don't make sense. Do you understand? It's definitely got something to do with boxing because listen, they're saying that the road it happened on, yeah, a lot of accidents always happen on this road. All this stuff, like deaths on this road, right? So then it asks the question, why, if there was speeding, why was the speeding on the road where it's dangerous? Huh? If there's loads of accidents happen on this road, people die on this road, stuff like that, why would the boxer be driving fast on this road? Nothing makes sense, everybody. Nothing. So please don't get caught up with the hype and just believe what you see on TV, which they, TV programming. Don't be that. I think I've been here long enough to try and teach people, don't be that sucker. Don't be a part of the flock, stand out, open your third eye and see there's something that don't make sense here. You understand? Antony Joshua has been going back and forth to home for how many years now? How long has his mom been living there? Forever, like? How long has he been boxing? How long have we known about him? And no accidents, no car, nothing. And now all of a sudden, after that fight, right? Yo, people, stay woke, man. Stay awake, man. And don't let these people fool you because you could be fooled next. You know what I'm trying to say? It could be you next. Don't be fooled, man. Anyway, rest in peace. All the Antony Joshua's peoples, the two that died in the car. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Antony Joshua, you're lucky, man. You must have had that seatbelt on tight. You know what I'm saying? You're a lucky cat, man. You understand? God give you another chance, man. You understand? But watch how you play with these devils. Watch how you play with these devils. What's that? Very fishy. Yeah, it is very fishy. It don't make sense, yo. It don't make sense, man. You understand? Just like when Diana, Princess Diana went under the tunnel in her car, didn't come out the other side, there's an explosion and shit. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Like, what? Really? Is it because she likes black people? Huh? All of a sudden, Diana likes black people. She goes in the tunnel in the car, and her and her black husband, whatever, has died. He's not black, but let's just say he's black, tan, whatever he was here. Now they're dead, huh? Oh, some explosion happened under the bridge. We just don't know. What? Really? Your security and all that driving, you got some top security and all the cars in front of cars, motorbikes, flashing lights, shit like that. That's how you royalty roll, right? Like coming to America with all the lights. Not coming to America. Yeah, coming to America like that. Nothing makes sense, man. Nothing makes sense. And I'll be the last one to be fooled. I'll be the last one. You ain't going to fool me. Get me? You let off too many of your tricks, governments, with Simpsons and stuff. You've put something in the Simpsons 7 years later, it happens and stuff. You premeditate these shit. You plan shit. You know what I'm saying? You own the Matrix, so I will not be fooled by anything. anything that they do. Not a thing. Not a thing. I'll be last. I'll be laughed at. Laugh at me last then. I'll be the one at the back. Okay. I don't want to win them your races. Nah, I'll be at the back. I'll come in last every time because I'm scoping it out like for what it really is. I'll be like, yo, don't go past the finishing line. There's a bomb. Stop running, y'all. Stop. Because I would have figured it out because I'm at the back, running slow. Something don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm be saving those at the back because those at the front can't hear me shouting. They're running for the gold. They're running for the YouTube checks. They're running for they're running for the fame. You understand what I'm saying, though? Crazy. Yo, people, stay blessed. I just wanted to come and give you some news, man. Why I think it's rigged, yo. I honestly do. And governments, you know it is too. You know what I'm saying? You son of a bitches. Shout out to Joshua and his peoples. May they rest in peace. Joshua, get yourself some rest. I hope you don't have too much trauma from seeing rolling heads and shit. Crazy. Crazy. And I hope this don't put you off boxing. You know what I'm saying? I know you're due to retire soon. Maybe it's a good time to retire. Nah, that shit. Nah, it's not. You need to stay boxing for a bit because your head's going to be fucked for a while. You need somewhere to burn that energy. Stay boxing for a little while. You understand? Don't stress yourself too much, though. Anyway, blesses. I'm Audi. Just wanted to come bring some news. And yeah, I'll catch you American folks later. And the boxing people, be careful. Watch who you do deals with. The devil's looking for your power, man. Peace and monkey grease. I'm OTTTTT out of here, everybody. Yeah.
7DS. Demigod. Talking too much.
Someone needs to put hands on that fool. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. Someone needs to teach that fool. He's doing too much. He's doing too much. Someone needs to play that fool. Like the music instruments did. Someone needs to touch and tell him to shut the fuck up. Up and down, you clowns be talking, move, walking, back to front. Everybody outside take you for cunt, cause you're always calling, putting up different fronts, acting like you a part of the government. Yeah, I discovered the truth about you. Talking all this shit, you stupid ass fool. Setting up people around the damn pool. Yeah, we all thought you was a little bit cool. Come around sitting on stools, back for the drugs, giving it out to the thugs like you was like, what's up? Come to stay round here, want to play. Get down with the fool, play. Too late, yeah, you gon' get down with it. We made sure that you was a part of the clique. Oh shit, the things started to go wrong. I'm like, what happened to Donkey Kong? That's my nigga there. He got locked up, shot straight off the road. Yo, real fast, he explode. We was like, damn, what you know? Everything's looking all set, awful. What's going on? I see the danger, where it begun. This stranger guy come to us, acting us for a blind. Hang with us, next thing you know, sir, am I going straight to the pen? What's going on again and again? Information being leaking. People coming around there speaking. We have to give them a teaching, straight up beating through the weekend. Yeah, you talking too much, calm yourself down. You talking too much, why you come around? You talking too much, you talking too much. Who the fuck you is? You playing us fool? Yeah, take him round the back, make sure he don't do this shit again. Lay that shit to rest. Yeah. I was surely blessed with the troop around me, the family around me. We roots up proudly, we drive those Audis up and down with families. Yeah, and we do it so proudly. No mistakes ever made until we make a new man come on the stage, acting like yeah, he's got a new slave. Next thing my boys then get tased, locked up, gone missing for days. Man, we gotta change these ways. New faces is a different page. I'ma make sure these boys stay enslaved. They ain't gone to join the clique like that. Fuck that, I'ma tell them to move on back. I can see how these boys walk around and react. Talk whack. Reminds me of the shit on the YouTube streets. They be talking. You can't be doing this shit on the damn streets. Beating. Yeah. Time to change it up, though. It's time to change it up, though.
7DS Demigod.